About a month and a few days ago, Elon Musk let us know, my commitment to free speech extends even to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk. That's right. Elon Musk's commitment to free speech so powerful, so strong, that even the account that tells you where his plane is and where it's going to be, even that account he allows to stay on his platform. Well, I think we already know how the punchline of this shit, right? A month and a week later, by the way, this idea that this account represented some sort of threat to Elon Musk's safety, total goddamn nonsense. Elon Musk announces where he's going to be all the time. So the idea that the whereabouts of his plane is going to be useful to you as like some sort of nefarious person out there to do him harm, I mean, I guess that it would be a decent resource, but like not necessary. This is crazy to me because if you're an Elon Musk fanboy, you cannot argue that he set the standard that part of freedom of speech extended to him not banning this account that he just banned. So does this mean he's abandoned freedom of speech? I mean, of course, the reality is that he never fucking stood for freedom of speech in the first place. The reality is that this claim to be some sort of free speech warrior or free speech absolutist or whatever he claimed to be was always completely bogus. And I know it better than most because my account remains banned from Twitter. In fact, I have repeatedly tried to get the ban rescinded on both of my accounts. I have sent in numerous sort of challenges and appeals to the ban, including after Elon Musk ran a poll on his Twitter page that said that he would allow back these accounts that have been banned in the past. Twitter has continued to reject me for hate speech because I said the word gringo, which is ridiculous because I'm white. And therefore, there's no way I'm using the word gringo hatefully towards white people. I am a white person. And, I mean, I guess it's possible to be racist against white people and be white, but I wasn't using it in that way whatsoever. So, why am I still banned? And the reason why is because when he banned my first account, well, he didn't ban my first account. My first account got banned under the previous owners of Twitter, but it was banned after 10 plus years of being on that platform. My secondary account, the account that I had set up just shortly before I was banned, I wanted to have an account where I could update people on like my health progress as I was working on, my health at the time. So I created that account, TJ Does Health. And once my Amazing Atheist account was banned, I started using the TJ Does Health account just as my normal account. So the health stuff went out the window and it just became, my usual shit posting kind of Twitter stuff. That account under Elon Musk got strike after strike after strike. And every time it was for the same reason. Every single time that account got a strike, it was because I insulted Elon Musk. And when the account was banned from the platform, it was because I insulted Elon Musk. Elon Musk has a pretty well-established pattern at this point of censoring his every detractor and using Twitter as his own personal little safe space, hug box, where, no one is allowed to criticize him. And that's why this account that tracks Elon's movements is gone, despite Elon making a big to-do about how great he was for not censoring that account. Well, apparently he's not great because he did end up censoring that account, just like he ended up censoring my account, and just like he won't allow my Amazing Atheist account back on the platform, despite the fact that he said he was going to do forgiveness. So, basically, Elon Musk not only is not a free speech absolutist, not only is he not pro free speech, I would say that Elon Musk absolutely reviles the very concept of free speech and ultimately has no business owning a social media platform like Twitter. It is way more regressive under his leadership. And basically, he has allowed right-wing accounts to run roughshod over the platform, saying whatever they want, engaging in stochastic terrorism left and right. And the left is not allowed to have any sort of rebuttal. Leftist accounts have been suppressed. Leftist accounts have been censored. I know because my leftist account was censored, and so was this one. So, I mean, I don't even know if this is a leftist account. It's just an anti-Elon account. But I'm pretty sure their politics are to the left of Elon's at the very least. So, yeah, this is all bullshit. The idea that Twitter is now a free speech platform is nonsense. And honestly, and maybe I'm only saying this because I'm banned from it, but I think anyone who's still there should probably just leave. If they want another little right-wing hug box, let them have that. Because before too long, it's going to be such a cesspit that every advertiser is going to abandon ship. And it seems like this concept of we're going to charge people for check marks has not really manifested anything worth a fuck. And, you know, Elon Musk continues to show his ass in the form of taking sides in a political debate, whereas you would want a platform like Twitter to maintain sort of an air of impartiality. And, you know, the right wing used to bitch all the time that Twitter was against them, but Twitter was never against them. Right-wing accounts flourished on Twitter. They loved their persecution complex, so they had to sit there and lie to our faces and tell us about, oh, how horribly persecuted they all were. And now that there's demonstrable censorship and demonstrable side-taking going on the platform, every right-winger is basically just like, cry more, lib cuck. Too bad. Don't like it now that the shoe's on the other foot. It's like the shoe was never on your foot, bitch. Like, shut up. You're so full of fucking shit. TJ is wrong. The Twitter files prove it. The Twitter files prove that the Biden campaign wanted Twitter to remove revenge porn of his son's cock from the platform, which is flat out against the rules of Twitter. And the Twitter files prove that a president was kicked off the platform for attempting an insurrection, and he should have been kicked off well before that because he violated the rules against inciting violence on the regular. So, honestly, like, Trump was removed well after he actually should have been. If the rules actually were applied to Trump, he would have been banned way the fuck before he was. And revenge porn, hate to tell you, has always been against the rules of Twitter. And as far as I've heard from the Twitter files releases, that's everything. It's like, oh, they banned Trump. Well, hate to tell you, but they should have. And they censored Hunter Biden's dick. And as much as I think Hunter Biden has an impressive and handsome dick, if he didn't want it on that platform, that's revenge porn, and it doesn't belong there. It proves more than that. The government was constantly demanding right-wing tweets and accounts be censored. Then show me evidence of that, because every time I've looked into this Twitter files shit, I haven't seen jack shit about any of that. Okay, so TJ is not for social media rigging elections. I'm not for anybody rigging elections. But, you know, if you don't think that you're being manipulated by the media, like, you're complaining about Twitter politically manipulating things, but the release of these Twitter files is social media politically manipulating you. So it's like, all right, are you against this? You for this? Like, come on. Everybody is trying to manipulate each other in politics in the first place. The idea that the old Twitter was somehow especially a manipulative place, and the new Twitter is like, wow, so free of that. Pretty absurd notion, demonstrably incorrect. This idiot obviously never read the Twitter files because none of that happened. The only thing that was removed was revenge porn. Yeah, I know. I mean, there was a Twitter file about revenge porn, and there was a Twitter file about the removal of President Trump and some of the internal comments that went on to that. I don't remember reading a single thing in the Twitter file. I haven't heard anything about, if there's a Twitter file out there that's like, the government now demands mass censorship of right-wing Twitter accounts. If that exists, then show me that, and I will be like, oh, okay, well, that's wrong. But you don't have that because that fucking doesn't exist. What about the weekly FBI meetings? What about them? I don't know if you know this, but Twitter is a massive hub of illegal activity. People sell drugs on Twitter. People trade illegal pornography on Twitter. A lot of crime happens on Twitter. So the FBI being interested in Twitter as a space is not all that strange. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. TJ sure loves his persecution complex. Wow. What persecution complex is that? Like, once again, literally, Elon Musk sucking his own dick about how his commitment to free speech extends even to not banning this account that he just banned a month later. How is that a persecution complex? Elon Musk, this guy right here, said that he was going to do mass forgiveness of all accounts that had been banned from Twitter unless they were engaging in spam or illegal activity. My account did not engage in spam or illegal activity, and yet it has not been restored, and I've appealed it, and they've refused to reinstate it because of hate speech, even though what I said was not hate speech, even though any human being looking at the context of what I said would tell you that it's absolutely absurd to ban me for it, because I was literally responding to someone else who was engaging in hate speech. And I engaged in no hate speech myself. So it's not a matter of a persecution complex. It's just a matter of me telling you what happened and what is being done and how things are unfolding on the platform of Twitter. The only way to save the Bird app is to federalize it. The only way to save the Bird app is to admit that it was always a festering ball of shit and is just worse now, and like kill it for the lulz. Because like the funniest thing that could ever happen to Twitter and to Elon Musk is for him to spend $44 billion on something that totally fucking flops on its ass. Tesla CEO Elon Musk has sold about 22 million more shares of his electric vehicle business, which were worth about $3.6 billion, according to financial filings out Wednesday night. The transaction took place between Monday and Wednesday this week, according to the filings of the with the Securities and Exchange Commission. According to financial research from Verity Data, Musk has sold 94,202,321 shares so far this year at an average price of $243.46 per share for pre-tax proceeds of approximately $22.93 billion. This company, Tesla, I think has lost, at last time I checked, like 44% of its share price this year. Now, the market overall is down pretty dramatically and stuff, so that's not saying too much. But, you know, the fact that the CEO of the company just keeps selling the stock doesn't really exactly install confidence in the company. And if I was a shareholder in Tesla of any like substance, I'd be pretty pissed that Elon Musk keeps doing this, because it sends the signal to all the shareholders. These stocks aren't valuable. You're better off selling these than holding on to them, even at this lower price. Like, for the company to go down 44% and for this guy who is the CEO to continue to unload shares even at that lower price sends the signal to everybody that there's no confidence in this company long term from the person who supposedly, at least, knows it better than anybody. Elon Musk, had to sell a bunch of shares just to be able to afford to close his Twitter deal, a deal that he tried everything in his power to back out of. So I don't know if I don't really know what the fuck Elon Musk is doing at this point. His behavior is like increasingly weird and erratic, just like the behavior of Kanye West, who up until now they were friends, but now they've had a falling out. One of Tesla's top shareholders wants Musk outed as CEO of Tesla. Well, wouldn't you? If you were a top shareholder of Tesla and the guy most famously associated with your company kept unloading shares and sending the signal to everybody that, like, you better sell, you better get out of this motherfucker, wouldn't you want that guy ousted too? His erratic behavior and constant muckraking on social media and constant need to let his partisan politics be known, like, none of that is good for your company. None of that is good for your brand. At this point, Elon Musk is fucking toxic to the Tesla brand, and he should probably just be gotten the fuck rid of. Apparently, remember when that guy like an hour ago or so was like saying that I had a persecution complex because I said that Elon Musk's Twitter was super anti-free speech? Well, apparently, like while I've been sitting here talking to you fucking guys, Elon Musk decided to go on a fucking gigantic Twitter ban spree, thus proving once and for all that he is not pro-free speech and is actually a fucking censorious psychopath. Twitter suspended the accounts of more than a half a dozen journalists from CNN, the New York Times, the Washington Post, and other outlets Thursday evening. Many of the suspended accounts had recently written about a dispute between the platform's owner, Elon Musk, and another Twitter user who had tracked the billionaire's private jet travels. The suspensions Thursday evening came without warning or explanation from Twitter. They include Washington Post technology reporter Drew Harwell, who discovered he was unable to log into his account or tweet at around 7:30 p.m. Thursday. Aaron Rupar, a Substack writer with nearly 800,000 followers on Twitter, had his account suspended minutes earlier, according to a screenshot taken by others. New York Times technology reporter Ryan Mack also appears to have been suspended around the same time. He had published an article on Wednesday about Twitter suspending accounts that use public data to track the location of Musk's private plane. CNN reporter Donnie O'Sullivan had just posted a tweet about Musk's claim that a crazy stalker had chased his young son in Los Angeles this week. It was suspended. Matt Binder, a Mashable reporter, was tweeting about O'Sullivan's suspension when his account went dark. Independent journalist Tony Webster's account was also suspended as of Thursday evening. So were the accounts of Keith Olbermann, a former MSNBC host, and Intercept reporter Mika Lee. So Elon Musk, who once said that his commitment to free speech extends to not banning the account following my plane, even though that is a direct personal safety risk, is now not only has he banned that account, but he is now banning every account that even mentions that happened. So, yeah, once again, Elon Musk using Twitter as his own personal little hug box. Elon Musk thinks he is the king of Twitter and that he can just do as he wishes with the platform. And I guess that he's right, but, then say that, though. If Elon Musk had sold us his takeover of Twitter as like, now I will control things, then that'd be one thing. But this guy literally took power by saying, I am a free speech absolutist and I love freedom of speech. And I love freedom of speech so much that I won't even censor the people who pose a direct risk to me. That is my commitment to free speech. And now it's just like mass bannings of everyone who criticizes him, mass bannings of anyone who doesn't love and worship and adore Elon Musk, mass bannings of anyone who dares to report on Elon Musk's hypocrisy, who dares to say that Elon Musk might be a lying piece of fucking shit. Billionaires infiltrate media spaces to influence dialogue. Well, of course. He's so bad at this, though, because if I was going to take over Twitter and pretend I was some sort of free speech absolutist, I would at least make a good show of it. I wouldn't just ban all of my critics in some and I certainly wouldn't fucking make a tweet like this about how I'm like so committed that I won't even ban this guy and then ban this guy. And then ban everyone who talks about me banning that guy. And then ban everyone who talks about me banning the guys that got banned for doing that. I mean, how is this guy pro-free speech? How is this guy even remotely pro-free speech? He's not. I mean, remember when he got booed off the stage at that Chappelle show thing? He went right to Twitter and licked his wounds by saying, well, only 10% of the crowd booed. If you watch that video, it's very clear that way more than 10% of the crowd is booing his fucking rich ass.